Hi everyone, welcome to Wits Connect. Today we are going to discuss the topic about inductor filter. Already we have seen about the topic of filter. What is the need of filter? What are the types of filters? So in that we are going to start the first topic. It is inductor filter. So this is the circuit diagram of inductor filter where it is using inductor. And it is connected in series with the load resistor RL. So to this inductor filter, the input voltage is the rectified output. Either it is half wave rectified output or full wave rectified output. That is the input voltage of the inductor. So inductor is connected in series with the load resistor RL where we are going to take the output. So here the output of the inductor filter is approximately DC output. Okay, now approximately DC. That it is going to be like this. It is approximately DC voltage. Okay, now this is nothing but approximately DC output voltage. Okay, now so what is the use of inductor here? So this is the rectified output, pulsating DC output. So when this pulsating DC output is coming to the input to the inductor filter, so here in rectified output it is having AC component and DC component. Here what is the use of inductor filter here? The inductor is going to blocks the AC components and allow only DC components at the load resistor RL. What is the use of inductor here? It is used to blocks AC component. Block AC component and it is used to allow only DC component to reach at the load resistor RL. So what is the output? It is approximately DC output. Approximately pure DC output. So this is the action of inductor filter. So coming to the ripple factor of the inductor filter, it is RL by 3 root 2 omega L. So here in this equation, the ripple factor value is going to be decreased when the inductor value is going to be increased. When we are taking the inductor value, large value, the ripple factor value is going to be decreased. And coming to the load resistance value, when load resistance value is increased, the ripple factor value is going to be decreased. This is the ripple factor equation. It is RL by 3 root 2 omega L. Okay now. So to analyze this filter, this inductor filter, if you are taking full wave rectifier output, the Fourier analysis can be written as the output voltage V naught equal to 2 Vm by pi minus 4 Vm by pi. This is Fourier analysis equation into 1 by 3 cos 2 omega t plus 1 by 15 cos 4 omega t plus 1 by 35 cos 6 omega t, like that. So this is the Fourier analysis equation of output voltage. In this equation, the DC component is 2 Vm by pi. The DC component is 2 Vm by pi, and if you remove the terms of higher terms like third terminal and fourth terminal, assuming the third and higher terms why? Because we have to remove the third and higher terms. It contributes only little amount of current, or it contributes only little output. So the output voltage is like this. If you neglect the higher terms, because they contribute only little amount of output. So if you remove those terms, higher terms, you will get output voltage V naught equal to 2 Vm by pi minus 4 Vm by 3 pi root 2 వస్తాం 3 pi root 2 cos 2 omega t. Okay na? So in this equation, the DC component of the current Im equal to Vm by RL. The DC component of the current, it is indicated by Im equal to Vm by RL. Okay na? So the impedance of series combination of L and RL. Here in this circuit, the inductor and resistor RL is connected in series. So if you take the impedance of this series combination of inductor L and load resistor RL at 2 omega, it is equal to, it is indicated by impedance, it is indicated by Z equal to under root RL square plus 2 omega L whole square. So it is becomes under root of RL square plus 4 omega square L square. So for the AC component, the current Im equal to what? Here it is Vm by this one, Vm by impedance. Impedance value is under root RL square plus 4 omega square L square. So the resulting current I can be given by, the resulting current I is nothing but here I equal to 2 Vm by pi RL minus 2 Vm by pi RL 2 Vm by pi RL minus 4 Vm by 3 root 2 pi RL cos 2 omega t minus 5 by under root RL square plus 4 omega square L square. nothing but tan inverse of 2 omega L by RL. So here, how will you define the ripple factor? The ripple factor which can be defined as the ratio of RMS value of the ripple to the DC value of the wave. So here ripple factor is ratio of Vrms by Vdc. Okay now. So it is equal to what? 4 Vm by, this is the Vdc value. This is, here you will get 4 Vm by 3 pi root 2 under root RL square plus 4. If you neglect this term, 4 Vm by 3 pi root 2 RL square plus 4 omega square L square into 2 Vm by pi RL. Okay now. So 2 Vm by pi RL. So cancel 2 1s are 2 2s are, and you will get, if you solve this equation, you will get 2 by 3 root 2 1 plus RL square common this there 1 plus 4 omega square L square by RL square. So if you neglect this term, this value is very low. If you simplify this equation, you will get the ripple factor RL by 3 root 2 omega. So this is the ripple factor of inductor filter. Okay. To the next type of filter, it is capacitor filter. This is the circuit diagram of the capacitor filter. Here we are connected in shunt with the resistor RL. It is capacitor. Capacitor C and resistor RL connected in parallel to each other. So this is the full wave rectifier input. What is the full wave rectifier output? It is like this. So this is the input to the filter, capacitor filter. Okay now. So what is the use of capacitor here? Here the capacitor is used to allow AC components and blocks DC components. Okay now. So the capacitor is used to allow AC components and blocks DC components. It will allow AC components means, so this is the rectifier output. It is having AC components and DC components. It is used to allow AC components means the AC components are going to be grounded. The AC components are going to be short circuited to the grounded. And the remaining DC components are going at the load resistor RL. So at the output of the inductor filter V0, you are getting the approximately pure DC output. So this is the output of the capacitor filter. This is going to be like this. Okay now, and this is the dotted lines indicated the full wave rectifier input. This is the full wave rectifier input, and this is the DC output with ripples. Approximately not pure DC waveform you will get, but there are some ripples will be added. Okay now, so it is not approximately pure DC output. There are some ripples will be exist. Okay now, so this is the output of the capacitor filters. Coming to the operation of the capacitor filter, during the positive half cycle, when you are giving positive half cycle to the capacitor, see what is happening. The capacitor is going to be charged. The capacitor is going to be charged up to the transformer secondary voltage. It is indicated by Vm. During positive half cycle, what is happening? The capacitor is going to be charged. Charge means it is going to be increased. The capacitor voltage is going to be increased up to the transformer secondary voltage Vm. Okay now. So after this, what is happening? The capacitor is going to be discharged. Okay now. Vm, the Vm value is going to be increased to a value greater than capacitor voltage. After that, what is happening? It is going to be discharged. Okay now, here what is happening? The maximum voltage is going to be increased to a value greater than capacitor voltage. The capacitor is going to be decreased. Okay now, the capacitor is going to be decreased during negative half cycle. During negative half cycle, what is happening? The capacitor is going to be decreased. During positive half cycle, what is happening? The capacitor is going to be charged up to the peak voltage, that is nothing but transformer secondary voltage. Okay now. So this process is going to be continued until the charge is going to be here. Okay now. Okay now. So this is during negative half cycle, it is going to be happen. This is negative half cycle. Okay now. So after that, again is capacitor is going to be charged and discharged. So you will get the waveform like this. It is the DC output with small amount of ripples exists. Okay now. So this is the operation of capacitor filter. So coming to the derivation of ripple factor of the capacitor filter. So the charge acquired here up to this is up to here to here. It is nothing but charging of the capacitor. So the charge acquired, it is VR input voltage peak to peak into C, and like that discharge of the capacitor, that is nothing but charge loss. It is equal to IDC into T2. T2 is nothing but from here to here it is T2. From here to here, ikkada nundi ikkada varaku T2, and here to here it is T1. Okay na? So therefore ripple factor peak to peak into C equal to, that means charge acquired equal to charge discharge capacitor. So you can write like this. From this equation you can write T2 equal to T by 2. Actually T2 equal to T by 2, it is equal to 1 by 2F. Okay now, you can write time period equal to 1 by F. Okay now, so then ripple factor peak to peak voltage equation equal IDC equal to 2 by IDC by 2FC. Ripple factor peak to peak voltage equal to DC voltage by 2FC. So the ripple factor VRMS voltage equal to ripple voltage at peak to peak by 2 root 3. This is the RMS voltage. Its RMS voltage you can write like this, IDC by 4 root 3 FC. So then it is equal to VDC by IDC equal to VDC by RL kada, VDC by 4 root 3 FC into RL. Since IDC equal VDC by RL. So from this ripple factor indeed the ratio of RMS voltage to the DC voltage. Okay now. So if you substitute this you will get 1 by 4 root 3 FC RL. Okay now, this is the ripple factor of capacitor filter. If you substitute frequency value as 50 Hz and capacitor value in microfarads and load resistance value in ohms, you will get the ripple factor, it is 280 by C into RL. So this is the ripple factor calculation of capacitor filter. The next topic, it is LC filter or L section filter. Here we are connecting inductor L and capacitor and RL are shunt. That means capacitor and load resistor RL are connected in parallel to each other. So this is the LC filter or L section filter. So this LC filter, the input voltage is full wave rectifier output. At the load resistor RL we are getting the output voltage, that is approximately pure DC waveform. Okay, here coming to the LC filter, actually in inductor filter the ripple factor is directly proportional to the load resistor RL, and in capacitor filter the ripple factor is indirectly proportional to the load resistor RL. If you combine these two types of filters, that is inductor filter and capacitor filter, we will get the LC or L section filter. Therefore the RL will be independent. Therefore the RL will be independent of the ripple factor. So we make ripple factor that is independent of the load resistor RL if we combine inductor filter and capacitor filter. Okay, so here from Fourier series the output voltage can be expressed as, from Fourier series analysis, if you neglect the higher terms you will get the output voltage V0 equal to 2 Vm by pi minus 4 Vm by 3 pi cos 2 omega t. And the DC voltage, it is VDC equal to 2 Vm by pi, that is for full wave rectifier, and RMS voltage equal to 4 Vm by 3 pi root 2 into 1 by XL. XL is nothing but inductive reactance, XL equal to 2 omega L. From this if you calculate this, root 2 by 3 VDC by XL ostundi. And coming to the ripple factor, what is the definition of ripple factor? The ratio of RMS voltage to the DC voltage. It is ripple factor. If you combine these two values, you will get root 2 by 3 XC by XL. So from this ripple factor equal root 2 by 3 1 by 4 omega square L square. So where if you substitute XC and XL values are 1 by 2 omega C for capacitive reactance, for inductive reactance it is 2 omega L. So if you substitute frequency value as omega equal to what? 2 pi F. If you substitute frequency value as 50 Hz and capacitor is in microfarads and L is in henries, you will get the ripple factor of LC filter or L section filter. It is 1.194 by LC. So this is the ripple factor calculation of L section filter or LC filter. So the next topic is CLC filter or pi section filter. So here we are giving the full wave rectifier output, that is as the input to the CLC filter. So here this filter is nothing but it is capacitor filter combined with the LC section LC filter. The capacitor filter combined by the LC filter. So at the load resistor RL we are taking the output voltage V0. So if you calculate ripple factor, it is similar derivation of LC filter. At last we will get the ripple factor. It is indicated by rho. It is equal to root 2 into XC1 by RL into XC2 by XL. So if you substitute F value as 50 Hz, C in microfarads, L in henries, RL in ohms, then you will get ripple factor. It is equal to 5700 by L C1 C2 RL. So this is the CLC filter or bisection filter.